Okay, we're going to talk a bit about rasps today. We have two rasps here. Both are cabinet rasps. This is a 10-inch cabinet rasp. This is a 10-inch cabinet smooth rasp. Round on one side, flat on the other. On the smooth rasp, the teeth go right to the very edge. On the basic cabinet rasp, the teeth are very coarse and they don't go right to the edge. Okay, I've left this one dirty so that I can show you how to clean it. Two cleaning tools possible: stainless steel and brass. The brass brush is got very flexible bristles, very soft bristles. It's good for fine files. As you can see, you just a light touch. I'm not pressing down. I'm just letting the weight of the brush move back and forth and clean. Okay, here's the stainless steel. Very rigid, very hard bristles. And you can see that while it cleans off the top stuff very quickly, much quicker than the brass, it takes a lot more work to get it down in there. If I take the brass guy here, he's going to take those out a lot quicker. Okay, so that's cleaning of the rasp. Rasps are shaping tools. The coarse rasp is a real wood eater. But the secret to the coarse rasp is a very light touch. I often use a two-handed touch, one hand right near the tip, and the other so that I can control the pressure on the wood even further. So this allows me to press to maintain a certain distance of cutting. If I don't have that support, as the rasp moves along, because of the coarse teeth, it has a slight tendency to dig into the wood. So if you go quickly with one hand, you can see or it will actually, dig in and stop. But if you use two hands and do that light surface contact, you can use the rasp to aggressively remove material. Coarse rasp can leave a really rugged finish and ragged finish like that. But it doesn't have to. If you use a light touch and let the rasp just slide across the surface, typically I only use the rasp in the cutting direction. I don't typically let it stay in contact with the wood on the backstroke. I just use it in the direction of the stroke. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with riding the file, but it does tend to produce more hair on some woods. So you might consider that when you file. Okay, so you see how, or do you? You can see how smooth that really is. And that's with the super coarse rasp. Now, if I want to finish that off and do finer shaping, I can do the same thing with this rasp. A nice little two-handed grip allows me to control whether it's the lightest of touch on the surface, or I can let it really dig into the surface. And I can shape the surface into a curve if I want by just rotating my core, and therefore the file, as I file across. This is alder. It has strong, long fibers, and that's why we're getting this fibery rag. Once I get this filed right down to the point, on both sides, those fibers will come off. And you can get a finish that is pretty damn good. So the key to rasps is to use a very light touch. And take your time. And don't be afraid to let the tools do all the work. And make sure that when you're done with your rasps for the day, that you give them a quick clean. Both the coarse and the fine rasp.